So here we are finding the given string or the given pattern of the string finding within the text. One of the simplest algorithm which is represent to find out the presence of pattern string P in the text T overlays the pattern string at every position in the text and check whether the every pattern character matches the corresponding text character. Here we are finding the specific pattern of the string in the given text string at every position in the text. It will find the given string or the pattern of the string in the given string which is started from the starting position of the character to the end position of the character, that is the pattern string at every position in the string, where the pattern of the string which will correspond to the text string or the text character. So how we can do this one? We'll see a simple code to represent this searching of the pattern. Here the code is given to find out the first occurrence of the pattern P in the text T and -1 if does not occurs. That means we are finding the given pattern of the string within the text string if this pattern P is does not present, which is not present or which will not find in the given text string, then it will provide you as a -1 or it will return as a -1 if does not occurs within it. So we will have a function that is find match, that is int find match is one of the function which will pass with the argument character pointer P and character pointer T. Next we are using I and J as a counters to represent about pattern P and text T, the counting of the characters within the pattern P and text T, where the string length, that is P length and T len, which are the two variables which are used to find out the string length. Now this two variables P length is equal to str len. This function str len, this function is generally used to find out the length of the given string. So here P length, that is P len, is equal to str len of E. So it will store the length of pattern P into the variable P len. Similarly, T len, which will store the length, that is str len of T, the length of T, which will be stored into the variable T length. Now we'll use the for loop to find the length and the match of the pattern string P within the text T. So for which will started with the initialization of I is equal to 0, where I is less than equal to T length minus P length, and it will incremented with I equal to I plus 1. Now within the for loop we will take j is equal to 0 and we have the while which will represent j is less than P length ampersand, that is and logical and T of I plus j equal to P of j. So it will find that is text I plus j, the value of I and j is equal to pattern of j, if it is matched with these two conditions, then j will be incremented. If this while loop is not executed or while loop does not satisfy the condition, then we'll check if I if j is equal to p len, then it will return the value of I. Otherwise, it will return -1. As we know, as we discussed here, that is -1, which will give the idea that is the pattern string p is does not match within the given text string. So this is the simple code which is used to find out to search the pattern of string within the given text. We will discuss about what will happen if uh, we don't or the pattern will not match with the given text. So what is it here is, note that this routine only search for exact pattern match. The code we have seen is generally used to find out the exact pattern within the given string. So what will happen if any of the character of given pattern is not matches with the given string? That means if the letter is capitalized in a pattern but not in the text, there is no match. That means a particular pattern which will have uh, some of the characters or starting character we suppose is in capital letter, where in a text given text which not have the similar representation of that character, so there will not be any match even though the sequence of the characters are the same or the sequence of the alphabets are same, then also the match will not going to be found because some of the characters are capitalized, so some of the letters or the starting letters of the word is capitalized. Now another example is, if company name is split between the lines, no match will be detected. If a particular company name is represented with the continuous without any space, if it is represented, or and if the searching pattern which will have the company name with the split, the splitting between the lines, then there will not be any match or there will not be any detection of such kind of pattern. Such search can be performed by changing the text pattern comparison from P of I plus j is equal to P of equal to P of j. So if you want to perform such kind of changes, then you need to uh, do the comparison of P of I plus j equal to P of j. So this is what the basic searching things, searching of string which is represented in the given text. Now we'll see about manipulating the string. So manipulating the string requires knowing exactly which string representation you or your language is using. Here uh, we should know about exact representation of your string and which language you are going to use to find out the given match. So we assume that string are represented as a sequence of single byte character in a null terminated array as supported by the C. If I'm using the language is C, then what kind of string representation will be there is a sequence of single byte character, and if I'm using to represent within the array, so the string termination or the string will end with a null terminated representation in the array. Means if I'm using the array as it is supported the language in a C. So when I using the array representation for my string, one should know about or one should understood that the representation is in the single byte and the end of the string is represented with the null symbol. So we'll see some of the operations which are responsible if I'm using the array for to represent about manipulating of the string. So the first operation which is responsible for array is computing the length of the string. So computing the length of the string, we can scan the character, each character of the string, adding 1 to the count each time until we get the null character. Here one should understood that as we are dealing with the array, so array is always start, the array indexing is always start from the 0. So while you are scanning the character, each character of the string, one should add a counter 1 at every time until we are reaching at the null character, so that the length of the string will be computed correctly. Next operation is copying a string. Unless your programming language supports copying entire array in one swap, you must exactly loop through each character one at a time. That means if I want to copy the content of one string or the one text to the another, we can use the copying of entire array into one swap, so that ex- explicitly the loop through each character is at one. But while doing this one should remember that allocation of enough memory for new copy and does not forget the null. That means we should keep the new allocation or the new memory space for the copying the content of the string into the another memory. There should be enough space to hold the content of the text within the new array. And while doing that you should remember that is the null character. Next operation is reversing a string. The easiest way to do this is to copy the string from right to left into a second array. Reversing the string, it means we should copy the string from the right and go to the left. So while doing this one should first find out the length of the string. That is, the right endpoint is found by computing the string length. Means if I want to find out the exact right position of the string, I should find first the length of the string. Along with that, we should remember the termination of the new string with the null. The termination of the new string with the null, that means we should represent the end of the string with terminating symbol. String reversal can also be done in place by swapping characters if you are willing to destroy the original string. Another way is reversing the string is that one we should replace the content of the string or the content of the array by swapping the character if you don't want to use the original string. This also we can able to do it. Now we'll see about string library functions. So what are the functions which are used to the represent the string within the programs? if you're dealing with the different kinds of program. So what kind of functions, library functions are used to deal with this string. Whether you are working with the C, C++ or Java, be aware of support provided for a character and string through the library or classes. There is no reason to reinvent the wheel. That means here one should understand about what kind of functions are used in the C, C++ and the Java. That functions you have to know, or you should remember that function to use in the given program. No need to find out other library functions or the new library functions to do the program. So first we'll go with the C library string functions. So the C contains both character and the string libraries. Both libraries are represented in the C programs for character and the string. The C language character library, which is used as C type.h, contains several simple tests and manipulations on character code. If you're dealing with the C language, then the character library, which is used as C type.h, where number of test cases or number of manipulations in the character codes has been used. So we'll see one by one. So if I'm using hash include C type.h as header file for a character library, then it will support following functions on a string, that is int is alpha, int C. That means this function, that is alpha, is generally used to check whether the given character is a given content is a character or not, whether it may be represented in the uppercase letter or whether it represented in the lowercase letter. If it is a character, then it will give you as a true. That means it will show you that is yes, it is a character. Next function is int is super int C. That means it will provide if the given content is in uppercase letter, then it will give as a value true. Next is int is lower of int C, where it provides you if the content is in the lower case. Next int is digit of int C. This is used to represent about if character content has an digit, is an number, and which is represented from 0 to 9, then only it will provide as a true. Next it is int is punct of int C, that is if it is there any punctuation symbols is there, then we should use is punct. Next is x digit of int C. So generally this is used to represent about hexadecimal values or hexadecimal digits, that is 0 to 9 and A to F. Next int is print of int C. Then any printable character, if I want to display on screen, then I need to use is print. Int to upper of int C. This is used to convert the lowercase letter into the uppercase letter. That is convert C the character to the uppercase. No error checking has been done over here. Only it will convert it into the uppercase letter. Similarly to lower, where it will use to represent into the lowercase letter. So these are the tests, or these are the manipulations of character which are supported into the header file hash include ctype.h. Only it is represented for the single characters. That is, this ctype.h is only used to represent about the alphabets in the given string. Now, if we're having a words to represent or the sequence of the characters to represent uh, in a program, then the library function which is used in the C is string.h. The full library was more functions and options, so we can use here number of functions and the number of options which are used to represent about here string. So hash include string.h, which is including of the string library. So here are some of the examples, some of the functions which are used for a string library. That is character pointer, strcat, that is string concatenation of character pointer destination, constant character pointer source. This is used to concatenation of two strings which is represent in the source variable and which is represented in the destination variable. Next is int strcmp. This was a string comparison. That means whether the two strings are same or not. For that purpose we are using the function, it is strcmp. So how it is going to be used as constant character pointer s1 and constant character pointer s2. So these two strings, that is s1 and s2, these two string variables are compared and find out whether they are equal or not. That is, s1 is equal to s2, and what action we need to do on that, that is depend on whether they are equal or whether they are not equal. Next is character pointer strcpy, that is copy, that is string copy is the function which is used. How it is going to be represent in the arguments, that is character pointer destination comma constant character pointer source, that is copying the content from the source to the destination variable. Next is size dash t, size underscore t strlen. It is used to find out the length of the string of constant character pointer s. Next is character pointer str of constant character pointer s1, constant character pointer s2. This is generally used for the searching of character s1 in s2. Next is character pointer strtok of character pointer s1, constant character pointer s2. It will use to iterate the word within the s1 or to find out where the word within the s1. So this string.h, this is the library function which is mostly deal with the representation of your string, where the string is the content of the sequence of the character. So on that string, what kind of functions or what kind of operation we can able to do by using the library function string.h. Next library function we are dealing with here is a C++ string library function. So what string library functions uh, basically deal with the certain kinds of methods and the certain kinds of operation or the certain kinds of functions which are represented for the C++ library functions is string size, string scope resolution operator size, which is representing the string length. Next, string scope resolution operator empty, which will provide you whether the string is empty or not. Then string scope resolution operator C underscore str, which will returns the pointer to the C style string. It will use to returning the pointer to the string. String operator size underscore type I, which will use to access the ith character, means a given character within a string. To accessing a particular character from a given string, we need to pass the value or the position of the character. Then string scope resolution operator append of yes, that will appending the character, appending the string to the string. Then string scope resolution operator erase n comma m, that means it will use to delete a certain character from a given string. String scope resolution operator insert string underscore type n constant string ampersand yes, which will use to inserting a particular string yes at a position n. String scope resolution operator find yes, to find a particular character within the string I can use find yes. String scope resolution operator r find of yes, which is used to search left to right for a given string, or you can search the string from left or from the right for the given string. String scope resolution operator first and string scope resolution operator last. So getting the character also it is going to be treated from the string. So these uh, different functions, different methods or the different operations are used while you are using language as C++. These functions are supported and this library supports to the C++ library. Next is the library function for the Java string objects. So here we are having the two kinds of representation. The class objects are going to be used. One is a string class and another is string buffer. Either you can go with the string class or either you can go with the string buffer class. So the string class is the static string which do not changes, while string buffer is designed to dynamic string. If I am using a string class which is used for the content of the string which will not going to be changed, and if the content of the string is changing, then I need to use the string buffer class. So Java was designed to support Unicode, so its characters are 16-bit entities. That means it will having a 2 byte to represent about your character. The java.text package contain more advanced operations on the string, including routine to parse dates and other structured text. If I am going to use the java.text package, which will support along with your string class and the string buffer class, along with it will support more operation or the more functions which are represent on the string.